Hello everybody, let's do an end of market update starting with Bitcoin. This is daily chart. You can see Bitcoin got rejected at 200 SMA. This dark blue line is 200 SMA daily line and got rejected, but you can see it's making higher lows. So you can see this high is higher than previous high, and now we're coming for a second higher low. Okay. And I think with the other market, S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 looking for bottom very soon, it's quite possible we're going to make a bottom very soon on Bitcoin, and this could be the dip to buy. And you can see it's finding support on these other moving averages. These are usually the yellow line is 50 EMA daily, white line is 20 EMA, and green line is 10 MA. Okay, so it's finding support here, and I think it's getting ready for a pump. And also on RSI, I have green line, green dot, so that's also a buy signal. Nothing changed, and my target is this 32K. So from here until New Year, I think we're going to try Bitcoin is going to try its best to go beyond this 32K resistance and probably try to go above near 42K. We will see how that happens, but for now, the one thing at a time. I think the first target is around this resistance box. So from today's close, we still have around, let's say around 20% up, 17-18% upside. So that's going to be a major resistance, and we'll see if Bitcoin can cross that. Ethereum, same thing. You can see got a green dot here, and again, so same thing. It's finding support right here around 50 EMA and 50 SMA, and you can see it got rejected at 200 EMA. Okay, so Bitcoin got rejected at 200 SMA. This is dark blue line, and Ethereum got rejected at 200 EMA, which is light blue line. All right, but again, this is also making higher lows, higher highs, and I think the target of Ethereum is around $2,000. So also I have a green dot, nothing changed, everything is looking good. Let's quickly look at PPO and see if anything else looking different on daily chart. On these, you can see PPO also green line is above red line, and Bitcoin also green line is above red line. So everything is looking good, and this is a dip which you should be looking to buy, in my opinion. All right, so that's for crypto. Let's quickly move to NDX, Nasdaq, and let's go to my favorite moving averages. So let's quickly see how that looks like. So this is a 3 moving average, and let's go to weekly chart and let's see where we are. Oops, here you go. You can see this is a weekly chart, and here you are, and you can see we are now again back near the red line. Give me a second, let me check if the recording is happening. Yes, so we can see we are back between green and red line, and I said the worst case is the bottom could be on the red line. So even from now, the worst case could be it could touch maybe a little bit more lower, 1.84%, and it will do bottom here if it's already not done. But this is where we are looking for a bottom very soon. And if I go to daily chart, and you can see multiple gaps, all these yellow lines are gaps to fill. And let me now get rid of this EMA lines. Let's just bring other moving averages so it becomes easy to analyze. Let me hide it for now. So this is daily chart, and my analysis was making a higher high, so looks like I need to update that for now. So I think most likely what's happening is from here we're still making a higher high, and it needs to be the bottom now. Okay, we really want this to be bottom. I don't want this to go below this previous low. If Nasdaq can hold this, that's going to be very good, and if Nasdaq can pump from here, that's going to be bullish for entire stock market. Okay, and it's going to take S&P 500 with it. So from here, from today's close until top gap, how much percentage we have around 8.66%, and I think we can still even go from here to previous all-time highs. So from here to previous all-time highs, we have around almost 15% upside. All right, so you have to decide yourself what you like. And then again, US 100, same thing here. This is live future, still holding nicely from previous low, so everything is looking good. Triple Qs, you can see my projection here, so I'm just going to adjust it based on this. So I think this low could be here now, and I think now we're getting ready for a massive rally, and we'll see it's again back on this support trend line. You can see this support here, this previous low here, again here, whole confluence. So we are very close to again this support trend line, and now I think here is where it should be holding, in my opinion. And then from October till end of year, seasonality wise, it's a very bullish pattern. So I think we're gonna get a bigger pump. So you just gotta be patient. This is the dip you want to buy, and we're right on support here. Let's quickly look at SPY, and on SPY there was a gap. I told my private members that there was a gap around of 419 or 421, sorry, and then that gap got filled. So let me show you if I can find using regular hours what I was talking about. You can see this gap here. If I zoom in, you can see it closed right on the top of that gap. You can see this gap was here around 422, and look what happened today. Today we came around 422. This gap was not filled. We even went below that. Okay, so we filled this gap fully. Now there are no gaps to fill, and also we have divergences on hourly chart on SPY. I think on daily chart also, not yet divergence on daily chart, but hourly chart is definitely saying there's a divergence. But again, SPY is a bit weaker than Nasdaq. It looks like it broke this trend line, so we really want SPY to very soon come back to this trend line. So it is making a lower high. So again, the trend is changing, but this could be a trap before we get ready for a massive rally. Okay, and that's what I'm expecting from here. I'm expecting a massive rally to end of this year, and that could even take us to previous highs. Okay, previous all-time highs. Stocks like Tesla, they are still doing good. Like, it all depends on earnings, but I think tech companies are holding very well, and that will push eventually Nasdaq and then SPY to new all-time highs, in my opinion. Dow Jones looking very bearish here. So I need to update this count. So I think what happened here is now we made a new low, and you can see now we're getting a red background in RSI, which is very, very oversold. If I go to hourly chart, you can see we're making a new low. Price is making a new low, but RSI is making a higher low. So there's higher momentum. So this is where if you're shorted, this is where you should be taking profit, because we might be down for a massive rally up. IWM also had a gap here. You can see this gap here was around 171, which gap got filled very nicely. So it's making I need to update this count again. So it's made a new low. And from here, I think we are looking for a pump very, very soon. And again, also this is a trend line. It broke below trend line. So I really want Nasdaq, IWM to fill this trend line back above that. That's going to be a very good sign for the overall stock market. All right, gold. Let's quickly look at gold. Gold is back in the buy zone. You can see this is the whole zone around 1821. So looking for a pump from here, and then maybe make a lower high. I think most likely we're going to get rejection here. So there's another now resistance here in this area here. So I think we might get another rejection here, this whole area. And let me make it red here, and background is red. So I think we're going to get a rejection here, and then we make a higher low with some divergence. Short term, look, you can see gold is also very oversold, expecting a bounce, maybe a dead cat bounce, then a new low with some divergence on PP and RSI, and then we go higher. All right. Silver tried to recover, and again, this is very oversold short term. So let's see if we can recover. Silver will most likely do what gold is going to do, but at minimum, you can see this whole area of resistance here on silver. You can see this whole area. Silver should be making like a rejection here, and it could make a higher low or a lower low before it goes higher. Okay, this is the projection for now based on what information we have right now on silver. Natural gas, looking everything good. So massive green candle here, looks like. So this daily candle is almost 4% up. So looks like good. So by the dip, nothing changed. It's back on the trend line. Crude oil rejected here where it should. You can see massive previous big resistance here around $90 to $93. I think that was the top in my opinion for this year. And I think from here we should be selling now. You can see we had a new high with lower high on PPO, and I got a red sell signal. When did I get that? Thursday, 28th of September. And since then, it's just falling off. So things are not looking good on crude oil. I think it's going to come back to this support around $83. Dollar breaking out, which is the reason gold is selling, and stock market is selling, and bond market is also selling. But let's see if dollar can come back. That's going to be bullish for entire stock market. Let's quickly look at VIX, almost up around $20, but whenever it's around 20, it crashes very soon. So if VIX crashes, that's going to be bullish for the other stock market, the entire stock market. Okay, just want to keep it there. Already covered Bitcoin. I'm going to skip all the tech stocks for today, because there's no point. Just focus on Nasdaq, and if you get a bounce, all tech stocks should bounce with it. Let's look at commodities and bonds. Let's look at bond looking really, really weak. Looks like a waterfall selling. all divergence are erased, so this is not a good news. But short term we are oversold, so if we get a bounce, at least we can get a bounce here, and this, you have to follow this trend line. Okay, so you have to wait for this trend line to break. If it breaks, then that would be your buy signal. All right. Copper, again in the buy box. This is where you want to buy. CPER is the ETF. Palladium breaking down. That's not a good sign. Breaking down below this support box. So I really would like Palladium to go recover this box. And until then, just be very careful. If it recovers, then that's a good sign. But it will go a little bit more lower. But be very careful here. Wheat. Again, massive kind of just consolidating, making a flag pattern before it breaks out. Nothing changed. Corn also consolidating with divergence on RSI. So this is a good sign. We could get a massive rally anytime here. Soybeans in the buy box. So nothing changed. So you need to buy SOYB here. It's in the buy box. Sugar. Looking for this, what I told you, back on this trend line. So let's see when that happens. Maybe next couple of days we'll be back on this trend line. That will be a good time to buy. All right, Newmont Mine, new lows, keep going lower, no divergence, short term very oversold, looking for a bounce. Gold miners, there was a gap, I think there was a gap around here, around $26, which is filled now. But again, gold miners will do whatever gold will do, but short term we are looking for a rally, then we make a new low, and then we go for new all-time high after that. Okay, that's what I think it looks most probable. Health, XLK, tech sector, multiple gaps to fill, looking for, I think this pattern already played out here, like Nasdaq, so looking for new highs from here. Energy sector, I'm not sure of, just consolidating, but if oil falls, this is going to fall and then fill some of these gaps. Healthcare, very weak. Really want this to go above this trend line, this white trend line. You can see massive trend lines. So if it recovers, that will be a buy signal. Utility sector was very, very oversold, so it looks like a dead cat bounce before it can go higher. So I just need to update this projection here. So I think most likely we're going to have this, something like this. Maybe make a higher low and then start going higher. We'll see. Industrial stocks also near the gap here. Maybe it wants to come all the way now to say 97.74 before it goes higher. We will see. But if Dow Jones can recover, that will recover industrial sector as well. Else it's going to come down to fill this gap around 97.74. XLRE real estate sector not looking good, just selling off, but it's now it's in like all, you have to be very careful shorting. This is not the time to short real estate sector. It might be trying to form a bottom here. Financials also breaking down. Now it's very close to this gap at 31.97. So it does look like it wants to fill this gap. So I think it's going to go a little bit lower, fill this gap, and then get a bounce. All right. So tomorrow could be another bearish day where financials go a little bit more lower. So it's very close here. So maybe it will go a little bit more lower, around 1.33%, and then bounce. Regional bank ETF also came to the gap. If you watched my video yesterday, there was a gap here around just area where it is right now around $39-40, and it filled it. Now it's getting ready to pump from here. All right, guys, let's quickly look at zones for trading tomorrow. Let's see. I think over short term looks like everything is very oversold, but let's quickly check again. And let's bring in extended hours for triple Qs. Let me make 1 minute here. Triple Qs, extended hours trading, and you can see S&P 500 in the buy zone near first and second standard deviation. This is where you want to buy S&P 500. Nasdaq also in the buy zone. US 30 in the buy zone, and US 2000 is also in the buy zone. Everything is in the buy box right now. Okay, so I'm expecting a rally. Usually we get a massive rally whenever things are in buy box, and that's what I'm positioned for. Bitcoin is also just bouncing in a neutral zone, so you can skip. Also, I think gold is also in the buy box, just hovering there. So good time to buy gold and gold miners, in my opinion. So let's see. GDX, yeah, it's just in the buy box. Newmont Mine, the biggest gold miner in the second standard deviation. So Newmont Mine could be the best buy out of all of the gold miners. Okay, guys, if you're still here, please hit the like button on your way out. And yeah, if you want to know about the zones, I share with my private Discord group. There's a link in the description. You can join. And if you want to be a member, just sign up with a link in the description of this video. It's very cheap membership, like $7 a month. And you can pay for this membership in one trade, okay? And every day I'm just sharing a lot of good trades. Okay, guys, thank you and have a good rest of the evening. Bye.